viewers, welcome to your program Insights into Oyo State, a program where we highlight activities and achievements of the Oyo State government. The program is packaged by the Oyo State Ministry of Information and Orientation. I am Boladale Okonlawon. You're most welcome. Midterm retreat. Makinde launches performance delivery compact to measure results, says Oyo admitted into World Union of Old Markets. We are growing Oyo's economy, repositioning state as investment destination, Makinde explains government house project, and how Makinde's agriculture policies brought about innovations, food security in Oyo, Commissioner. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has announced the launch of what he described as a legacy compact, also known as Oyo State's Performance Delivery Compact, which will help the administration to measure results and successes in the next 2 years. The governor gave this indication recently at the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture (IITA) venue of the 2025 Midterm Leadership Retreat organized by the Oyo State government. According to the governor, the Performance Delivery Compact will enable each ministry, department, and agency to identify 3 to 5 legacy deliverables that they can realistically complete before 2027, break the deliverables down into 6-month targets to see what will be delivered by January 2026 and what will be completed by May 2027, and ensure that each target is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Governor Makinde, who spoke on the theme, reflecting on progress, refining priorities, and refiring for maximum impact and legacy, noted that the Performance Compact would guide resourcing, visibility, and decision-making for the remainder of the administration, adding that they would be monitored quarterly and reviewed at the state's legacy retreat in 2026. He added that the administration has made remarkable achievements in the last 2 years of Omitutu 2.0, with successes in the economic sector, where the state has been admitted into the World Union of Wholesome Markets, courtesy of its partnership with Samaris on the Ijayi Food Wholesome Market, the ongoing upgrade of the Samuel Ladoke Akintola Airport into an international airport, and the ongoing Ibadan Circular Road, which first phase of 32 km would be commissioned before the end of 2025. He added that the administration has recorded remarkable successes in the education sector, where it recruited 14,000 teaching and non-teaching staff, upgraded 105 classrooms with another 36 ongoing. In the health sector, where 265 primary health centers have been upgraded, and in the infrastructure sector, where feeder and rural roads are receiving priority attention. Governor Makinde noted, however, that it was time to step back and evaluate the efforts with a view to energizing MDAs to finish strong as the administration moves into its last 2 years in office. Speaking earlier, the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Olanike Adeyemo, said the midterm retreat was organized for stakeholders in the government to assess its interventions in the areas of manpower development, infrastructure development, education, healthcare, agribusiness development, and institutional legacies. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has reiterated his administration's commitment to building a resilient economy, improving the quality of life for the people, and securing the future for generations to come. The governor said this while presenting a State of the State address held at the Oyo State House of Assembly Complex Secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan. He noted that through several policies being implemented by the state government and its simple approach to solving complex governance issues, Oyo State has become an investment destination. Governor Makinde stressed that the government's efforts have yielded many positive results, including the designation of the Fashola Agribusiness Industrial Hub as Nigeria's first agricultural transformation center by the African Development Bank (AFDB), the ongoing construction of the Erua Agribusiness Industrial Hub, and the admittance of Oyo State into the World Union of Wholesome Markets, the first subnational in Africa to achieve such feat. Others, the governor noted, are the ongoing upgrade of the Samuel Aduke Akitola Airport, which first phase will be commissioned in October 2025, the fixing of the state's infrastructure deficit with major arterial roads across the state, inner roads in Ibadan already done and dusted, and the ongoing construction of 87 kilometers of rural roads under the Rural Access and Agricultural Marketing Project (RAMP), while efforts are also on to complete the 48-kilometer Ido-Erua road. Makinde also reiterated that the fixing of inner roads will continue in the coming months, with Ogbomoso and Oyo zones set to become the next port of call. He declared that the administration would not relent until the vision of making Oyo State a regional economic powerhouse, a cultural beacon, and a place where every citizen can thrive is achieved. In the education and health care sectors, Governor Makinde assured residents of the state that his government will bridge the gap between rural and urban education and continue to upgrade education infrastructure so as to reduce deficits. He also promised to continue to provide healthcare programs that would bring benefits to the people of the state. This was just as the governor addressed the controversy surrounding the planned reconstruction of the Oyo State Government House, explaining that the instability in foreign exchange, among other factors, is responsible for the perceived high cost of the project, which is expected to cover the reconstruction of buildings, roads, and other ancillary facilities in the government house and adjoining chalets. Governor Makinde, who also expressed his excitement that he is the governor of a state at the auspicious period of the state's 50th anniversary, which comes up in February 2026, said the state is embarking on key efforts to mark the epochal event. He maintained that the government is planning to purchase 2 aircraft for security surveillance and that this will be achieved before the 50th anniversary celebration on February 3rd, 2026, during which the government will celebrate the state and those who have contributed to make it what it is today. Earlier in his address, the Speaker of the Oyo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Adebo Ogundoyin, appreciated the governor for prioritizing the welfare of the workers and for approving the recruitment of 181 new staff for the Oyo State House of Assembly, among other developments. He assured the citizens that the 10th Assembly remains committed to delivering quality legislation, robust oversight, and responsive representation with sincerity, diligence, and accountability. Also speaking, House Assembly members, including the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Mohammed Fadeyi, Majority Leader, Honorable Sojo Adedoyin, Honorable Gabriel Babajide, Honorable Gbenga Oyèkọ́lá, Honorable Dele Adeola, and Honorable Peter Ojedokun, among others, lauded Governor Makinde for his people-oriented leadership. They all pointed out other areas they would want the government to focus its attention in the coming months, including the resuscitation of Lautech Teaching Hospital harness in Oyo, rural roads in other zones of the state, education and all health infrastructure, among others. The event had in attendance former Deputy Governor and PDP Deputy National Chairman, South, Ambassador Taufik Arapaja, former Deputy Governors Engineer Hamid Badamosi and Barrister Hazin Balaromi, wife of the former Governor, Chief Mrs. Motiat Ladoja, Chief Judge of Oyo State Justice Iyabo Yerima, Secretary to the State Government Professor Olanike Adeyemo, Chief of Staff Otumba Segun Ogunwuyi, and Head of Service Mrs. Olubunmi Oni, MNI. Others were commissioners, chairmen of boards and agencies, chairmen of local government councils, traditional rulers, PDP leaders, and religious leaders, among other dignitaries.
Oyo State Governor Engineer Seyi Makinde on Wednesday declared that the state government would preserve and dignitize the library of the late former governor of the state, Dr. Victor Omololu Olunloyo, and make it a tourist attraction center. Governor Makinde, who described the library as a measured trove of knowledge capable of offering solutions to numerous challenges facing the country, saying that preserving the library is one of the ways of immortalizing Dr. Olunloyo, who was the second elected governor of the old Oyo State, comprising present-day Oyo and Osun states. The governor stated this while paying his last respect to the late Dr. Olunloyo at the lying-in state and executive session organized in his honor by the state government, held at the House of Chiefs, Secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan. He added that the state government would also commission the Olunloyo Leisure Park at Alakia Airport area of Ibadan, which was named after the revered statesman in 2023. It will be recalled that the state government equally named the 3-kilometer airport road after the former governor. Makinde eulogized the late former governor for being one of his go-to persons on how to solve the problems of the state. He added that exploring the tourism potential of the library would also align with his administration's focus on tourism development. Makinde said that the Olunloyo Park is ready for commissioning and will open it soon. He equally mentioned that the state would support the family to preserve and dignitize the library. Also speaking, the Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Barrister Abdulrahim Bayo Lawal, described Dr. Olunloyo as a towering intellectual with a strong commitment to public service. The Deputy Governor also said that in reflecting, the state must put into perspective his contributions to life, our society, and the world at large as a towering intellectual who had a strong commitment to public service. Speaking on behalf of the Olunloyo family, the first child of the deceased, Mrs. Oluyemi Olunloyo Bokna, described her late father as a politician of a rare gem and an exceptional brilliant statesman whose contribution to Oyo State was huge. She added that he was a man that gave his children identity, heritage, and love.
This book, No Oyo State, written by our own Prince Dotun Oyelade. I think it is the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit.
Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has retreated his government's determination to explore tourism development as one of the platforms for achieving the economic expansion agenda of the state. He maintained that the government achieved a level of success in its first term when it chose to grow the economy with agribusiness and infrastructure development, adding that the decision to add tourism and solid mineral development, two areas where the state also has a comparative advantage, has also been yielding positive results. The governor stated this on Wednesday at the public presentation of a book authored by the Oyo State Commissioner for Information, Prince Dotun Oyelade, entitled No Oyo State, held at the Emeritus Theophilus Ogunwusi Hall, University College Hospital, Ibadan. He noted that the book showcased the culture, history, and people of the state and would guide tourists to know about Oyo State, its potentials, as well as cultural and traditional heritages. He lauded the author of the book for his commitment to the administration and progress of the state.
So I would say congratulations, my dear friends, for this work. Under Ojo 2.0, he said tourism will also be a major part of expanding our economy. First tenor was agribusiness and development of our infrastructure. Now second tenor, we've seen other places where Oyo State had comparative advantages. We said, let us add solid minerals development and also culture and tourism. We have a book which is No Oyo State. Tourists do not come without knowing something about where they are going. So my vision is not just about teaching our students. I see a situation where that book and some of the things you can see here representing our culture and the tourist attractions in your state will be at our Aloore International Airport, because we're going to have
The governors thereafter launched 10 copies of the book with a sum of 10 million naira, while he called on the author to ensure the distribution of the book across the 33 local governments of the state. He also promised that tourists will not come into the state without knowing something about where they are going, as it is rich in terms of our history as a state and efforts that have gone into making the state what it is today. He thanked Prince Oyelade for his focus on the state and not self-adulation. Speaking on his motivation for writing the book, Oyelade said the idea was conceived in 2012 and that the objective was to promote the uniqueness of Oyo State, which according to him has a lot of uniqueness in terms of features and historical facilities.
Motivation to write a book on Oyo State started in 2012, together with my mentor, Chief Jude Backout, the chairman of Safari Books. So we were working on it, and somehow we couldn't get it off the ground, but I kept many of the raw materials. So the idea started that time. We're talking about how many years now? The better part of 13 years. So lately, in the past 1.5 years, the push came back to do a book, a comprehensive book detailing all the features and the milestones that we have in Oyo State. Because each time I look at them, I found out that I do not know of any other state in Nigeria that possesses the kind of uniqueness in terms of features and historical facilities that Oyo State has.
In their separate goodwill messages, a former Minister of Education, Professor Emeritus Tunde Adeniran, and the chairman, Solutions FM Ibadan, Prince Adegboyega Taufik, said the book is a monumental work and an encyclopedia on Oyo State. They charged residents of the state to always contribute their quota to its development. Also speaking, the Alaafe of Oyo, Oba Akim Abimbola Owode, described the book Know Oyo State as an identity of cultural heritage, which would serve as one of the scholarly material for the state. The event had in attendance the Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Barrister Abdurrahim Bayolawal, the former military governor of Old Oyo State, General Oladayo Popola, retired, former Deputy Governor of Oyo State and the PDP Deputy National Chairman South, Ambassador Taufik Arapaja, and wife of a former governor of Oyo State, Chief Mrs. Mutiat Ladoja. Others were former Nigerian ambassador to Philippines, Chief Yemi Farombi, Shoun of Ogbomoso, Oba Gandhi Afolabi Olaoye, Okere of Shaki, Oba Khalid Olabisi, and the Olugbon of Orile Igbon, Oba Francis Alao, among other dignitaries.
Well, that's our package for this week's edition of Insights into Oyo State Government. Do join us same time, same station next week, God willing, when we bring you another fresh edition of the program. Don't forget, this program is packaged by the Oyo State Ministry of Information and Orientation. Until then, bye for now.